Assignment 12.4, Diet Plans. So my athlete was a female bobsleigh athlete. She was 24 years old, she weighed 92 kilograms, was 170 centimeters tall. Her main goal was to maintain her weight and improve her strength. And her daily calorie requirement was 3,000, which then includes an extra 1,500-ish calories for training. So that's sort of on top of the average of 3,000 per day. So the way this is figured out is just by a few simple calculations. So the METS value, obviously the calculation is on the slide as you can see, and the BMR value, which is on there as well. BMR is the basal metabolic rate, which is sort of your estimate on how many calories would be burnt if you were basically just live. So no exercise, no nothing, just sort of living. And the MET value is just a measure of sort of exercise intensity, which is based on the amount of oxygen that's consumed. So each sport has a different MET value just dependent on how intense it can get. So here's the first day of the diet plan. So as you can see, for breakfast there's porridge and blueberries. Now I've chosen to give them blueberries because they contain a lot of calcium, which helps to build strong bones and teeth. And if you think about it, with bobsleigh, this can be quite important because it can be quite a dangerous sport, especially as you're flying around the icy track at very high speeds. It's easy to fall out. A lot of people injure themselves and it can be fatal. Green tea as well, just in the morning, as it contains antioxidants. This helps to improve brain function and has many other benefits to the body. At lunchtime, which is just after training, as you can see down the side, so we have weight training today. At lunchtime they had couscous and cod. So couscous contains selenium, which helps the immune system to work effectively, which can be good after a hard training session, as it was weight training. And the cod contains vitamin A, which helps your body's natural defence against illness and infection. So it's a similar sort of thing, those two, just so sort of like a good lunch after a hard session. Banana obviously as a little snack just before the next training session of sprints. This contains, so as I said, banana contains a lot of potassium, which helps to control the balance of fluids within the body. So it might be important, obviously, with an athlete drinking a lot of water throughout the day, doing a lot of exercise. And then a quick protein shake before the workout. So pre-workout sort of muscle gain and work when the energy stocks are depleted. So after obviously the morning training session, there might not be a lot of energy, so that might boost them. And then obviously just a simple dinner with white rice, chicken and broccoli. Obviously chicken plays a very important part in protein, which is going to help the overall goal of increasing their strength. So day 2, similar with breakfast, besides they've got strawberries. So strawberries sort of continues with the fruit and porridge thing, but just varying the fruit, sort of preventing boredom of the diet. So, you don't want an athlete to get bored of what they're eating. So sort of similar sort of benefits, but just switching up a little bit. Porridge contains vitamin E, which will strengthen the body's immune system as well, as I've already said. Another weight training session in the morning, and then lunchtime, which is post-training, contains sort of brown pasta and sausage. So brown pasta can sort of be that healthier pasta option rather than white pasta, because it sort of contains more nutritional benefits, such as, it contains more antioxidants and sort of the major B vitamins, and it also contains a lot of magnesium. Sausage obviously is a type of protein, so it can help with muscle gain, which therefore means strength gain. It contains iron, which is very important for the production of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is found in red blood cells and it carries oxygen around the body, so therefore to the muscles during exercise. The multigrain bar again contains antioxidants and a lot of vitamins and minerals that help with overall health. So this could look at recovery for next sort of training sessions the next day, or the sprinting session in the afternoon, as you can see. Coconut water contains easily digestible carbohydrates, which are in the form of electrolytes. For dinner, again, so you've got chicken and broccoli, but instead of rice, we've gone for potatoes, which contains vitamin C, which helps to protect cells, keeping them healthy, which is why I chose that. So for day 3, breakfast is just a tiny bit different, just to vary it again. Boiled eggs, so it's adding some variety again, like I said, and it's high protein for sort of a fairly easy day of training. So not that much sort of carbohydrates for energy, but just some protein to sort of help potentially repair some of the damaged muscles from the day and couple days before from training. So just a simple strength and conditioning session, really, just to, some stretching, just to make sure that the muscles of the athlete are doing okay and not getting too injured a couple weeks before the competition. So for lunch is couscous, tomato, spinach. So tomato contains vitamin K, which can be important in bone health as well as clotting injuries. So could focus on when the athlete potentially gets injured on the slope, as I mentioned earlier, can be quite dangerous. Spinach is very good for the immune system, so very similar sort of thing. For snack, pistachio nuts, which contains phosphorus. This is very good for releasing energy from food consumed. So this is very important pre-workout, so a nice little burst of energy before a swimming session, just before dinner. And then dinner, it's the same as day 1, white rice and chicken. So protein, obviously, for the chicken, muscle gain, which leads to strength increase, and that's focusing on their goal. Day 4, back to porridge. Today we've got raspberries instead, which contains potassium, which helps the heart muscle work properly. So this is important pre-workout. So obviously sprints, it's going to be quite a intense session, so that'll be very helpful. Again, with the herbal tea, it's been quite consistent just to have a herbal tea in the morning. As I've said, contains many benefits and contains a lot of antioxidants. Green tea is also known to help with weight loss as well, so this could be looking at fat loss rather than actual muscle loss, which will be quite important in gaining that muscle, you don't want to lose the muscle and gain fat, you want to lose the fat and gain muscle, so this could be important. Lunch is similar as we've done before, just focus on sort of looking at helping the immune system and recovery. A protein shake, obviously with lunch, like I said, pre-workout, post-workout, so it's after the sprinting session and before the home workout, which might be a bit less intense than the sprints, as it's not going to be with the trainer, it's just going to be sort of a home workout that's been put on their training program. So obviously this is important when energy stocks have been depleted as well, like I've already said. And then it's very similar to day 1 with the food that we're eating, so we're not varying it too much, just so the athlete can sort of get used to what they're eating and the body can be used to that as well. So day 5 now. Breakfast is different today, so we've got cornflakes, which contain vitamin D, helping to regulate the amount of calcium and phosphate in the body. These nutrients are needed to keep bones healthy, so that's why it was chosen, that's why I put it in the diet. Quite an intense workout, just to say, in the morning, so you've got just quite a rather gentle home workout, which is more gentle than obviously the sprint, so sort of easing into that sprint workout. And then alongside the cornflakes, just quickly, I chose to give them just regular semi-skimmed sort of milk. This obviously has a lot of calcium in it, which regulates heartbeat before the home workout, so helps muscles to work efficiently just before that workout there. For lunch, after the workout, we've got tuna, which reduces the risk of coronary heart disease, looking at keeping that heart healthy, which is obviously important for exercise, let alone just to live. Avocado with that, as well as courgette, so the avocado contains healthy monosaturated fatty acids. It helps improve vision because they contain the antioxidant that protects the sort of eye. Courgette, low in calories, which helps them to stay healthy, and it also improves digestion of food that can help the heart. And then onion contains vitamin C, which helps healing wounds. For dinner, got another session just in the afternoon, just another weight training session, so quite consistent with the training sessions. But post-workout we're going to have white pasta, just sort of to the best time to eat after a training session is within 2 hours, so as you can see that's just 2 hours after the session starts. Just eat 2 hours after the session, because then whatever you're eating is immediately just going to be used by the body, so it's not going to store up as fat. So we're going to have some white pasta for that, prawns as well, mushrooms which contain selenium which helps to prevent damage to cells. Tomato sauce contains vitamin A and C, and also provides fibre which lowers blood cholesterol and blood sugar levels. So day 6, breakfast is obviously similar, and then it's a rest day, so it's the first rest day for the athlete. So in the morning I've given them peppermint tea instead of green. This just improves digestion. It can also be used as a method of relaxation, which might be quite useful on their rest day. So for lunch I've got pasta, obviously sort of might give them a burst of energy when they're not doing any exercise. Peppers, which contain more than 200% of the daily vitamin C intake, so that would be very important for them to eat. And then obviously I've spoken about mainly all the foods that are in their diet today. It's just a usual sort of day for them because they've got no training, so they don't particularly need anything besides foods that are going to help with sort of recovery, like the peppers and whatnot. But for dinner I have given them potatoes, which contain resistant starch. This is starch that's not fully broken down and absorbed, but instead is turned into fatty acid chains, just short ones, which can have a lot of benefits such as decreasing toxic compound absorption and lowering blood glucose levels and helping with sort of sensitivity of insulin. So potatoes do have a lot of benefits, even though it's said that they're unhealthy. On day 7, back to training, obviously quick cycling session and swimming session in the morning before a more harder sort of weight session in the afternoon. So for breakfast they've got scrambled eggs, which offer a good level of protein and also do contain selenium, which of course supports the immune system, which is very important for someone who's going to be exercising quite a lot of the time. Post-workout protein shake, obviously as usual, which helping with muscle gain. And yeah, that's mostly it, because dinner is similar as to what's been said already. Day 8 is very similar. I think it's almost the same as day 2. So obviously, like I've said already, sausage, which helps with protein, muscle gain, strength gain, and containing iron for use in hemoglobin, which is important in sending oxygen around the body to the muscles, and then multigrain bar containing antioxidants. However, we don't have one of those in this day, but that was in day 2. But yeah, very important for all of the foods in the diet on that day. Day 9 is the same as day 5. I've introduced circuits into this training today, just to potentially help them look at sort of core and more of a just varying their training, sort of with weights as well. That's sort of going to be intertwined into one session, the weights and the circuits. It's the same as day 5 then, as I said, so tuna, reducing the risk of heart disease, very important for keeping the heart healthy. And then avocado, which is, serves a similar purpose in the sense that it contains lots of antioxidants. And then, like I mentioned just previously about the multigrain bar, containing antioxidants as well. Day 10 then is the same as day 1. White rice was chosen over brown rice because it has a higher glycemic index, which means that it breaks glucose down a lot quicker than brown rice can. Therefore, more energy is going to be released, which can then be stored ready for the next sort of day training, because as you can see, today is a rest day. So that energy can then be stored ready for day 11 of training as it's getting closer and closer to the competition.